Good morning and welcome to our belated 2020 annual celebration for United Way of the Eastern Panhandle. I'm Penny Porter, CEO here at United Way, and I want to thank you for joining us this morning as we celebrate the achievements of our 2019-2020 community campaign and investment. We're so grateful that you were able to fit another Zoom call into your calendar. We know everyone's had a full calendar of Zoom meetings, so we appreciate the time that you're taking to spend with us here this morning. While we miss certainly seeing everyone face to face, we are trying to find the silver lining in our circumstances today, and certainly the flexibility of our online meetings perhaps is one of those silver linings that we're trying to take advantage of. So we want to just thank you again for being here with us this morning. Looking around the screen, we see so many of our supporters from our partner agencies, our workplace coordinators, event sponsors, volunteers, several members of our board, and of course, our incredible team of staff members. So before we get started, I want to just take a moment to personally thank our incredible staff. They just do a remarkable job each and every day, and we couldn't do this work without them. So wanted to make sure to introduce this, especially for any of our new partners who might be on the call. So Kathy Crothers is our Director of Finance and Administration. And Kathy, if you're there and you want to wave, Heather Polinick is our Director of Resource Development and Marketing. And Linda Wells is our program associate. So we'll definitely take a moment to wave to all of them and thank them again for their support and just really appreciate all the work that they do. Of course, we support everyone's support so much, and we want to make sure that we are utilizing today as a way to say thank you, just to show our appreciation for all of your support. It allows us to improve our community and create change, which is at the heart of our work here at United Way. And we hope that you leave this event today, our annual celebration, carrying that message with you of appreciation and our gratitude. And so to kickstart our celebration, we're going to begin this morning with a video from one of our grant-funded partners over in Morgan County. And I guess I should back up really quickly and just say that if you're watching this and you are watching it on a laptop or have some unstable internet connections, that there could be some challenges there with watching that. So just ask that you bear with us with that. They are short videos, so hopefully your connection will stabilize after the videos if you're having any problems with that. But we are very appreciative of the fact that we have 3 individuals that shared some videos with us, and we're going to share those with you today. And to get us started, we want to thank Janet from Black Cat Music Cooperative over in Morgan County. She and her team member there with Stacy Drake actually shared this video with us about all the great work that they are doing over at Black Cat. They've been one of our partner agencies, and so I am just going to go ahead and show that video for you right now.
being able to work with the children and watch them grow and how much they enjoy music and what a difference it makes in their lives.
As you can tell, I think our dollars are definitely well invested in Morgan County there at Black Cat Music Cooperative. So thank you again, Janet and Stacy, for putting that together. It was a wonderful addition, I think, to our celebration here today, and it makes me want to take some ukulele lessons, I think. So, but thank you. And we wanted to just kind of highlight that as an example of some of those partner agency investments that we've been able to make, and you're going to learn a little bit more about that. But first of all, we just wanted to run through a couple of highlights from our year. Certainly, we've had a busy year, a momentous year, the second half, of course, as we all have had. But back in September, we did have our 25th annual Day of Caring with over 1,000 volunteers across the Panhandle from Paw Paw to Charlestown, and certainly thank all of our volunteers and our leaders for that. Cindy Smalley over in Morgan County, and Ann Beckley, and all of the individuals who support us through that. Hollywood Casino is our main sponsor, of course, for the day with our t-shirts. WV Medicine and Valley Health provide food, the breakfast, and so forth. So just we couldn't do that day, and our agencies wouldn't benefit from it without all that support. So thank you so much. And then, of course, our emerging young leaders under Matt Stickles' leadership there host our mega food drive in conjunction with Day of Caring, and that is always a tremendous success. They lead that up through the weeks leading up to Day of Caring, and usually results in between 2 and 3 tons of food that are collected and distributed back to area food banks. So that's just an incredible benefit as well. Warming Hands and Hearts, we've continued. Want to thank our partners there with Warming Hands and Hearts, which of course are Rocks and Roach Energy and Telemon and GHHR for their commitment. They allow us to really leverage the investment with that by everyone working together to help families with fuel assistance during the winter months. We did expand our Giving Tuesday efforts a little bit last year, and partnered actually with WDVM and participated in our very first telethon with other surrounding United Ways. So that was a little fun, and both Becky and Don were featured there on our telethon. So we'd like to have our board support in some of the special events there. And then, of course, continued our very strong partnership there with 211 and our regional resource connection as well, providing services, emergency help to individuals in need throughout the community. And then provided free fiscal services. This is something that we don't often mention, but certainly takes a lot of work. And Kathy on our staff really leads this effort by providing these fiscal services so that community programs have that benefit. And then their dollars are also audited with our audit every year. So that's an extra benefit for those that we've been able to help with that. So you can see those on the screen, but that's Warm the Children, Jefferson County Teen Court, Burke Street Promise Neighborhood Initiative, the RAT, Relatives as Parents Program, Christmas Cash for Kids, and Eastern Panhandle Juvenile Drug Court. So we may be at our limit of what we can provide there because, like I said, small staff, but Kathy's doing an amazing job, making sure that we're providing that benefit. We also partnered with First United Bank and Trust again, and with the Eastern West Virginia Community Foundation to partner with the Lunch and Learn series for our nonprofit. So we're seeing a great result with that, and more participation. So that's wonderful. And then also partner with the foundation again with supporting Berkeley County Schools, their Leadership Academy. So that's always a great time as well. And we're able to sponsor that with $1,000 that goes back into the nonprofits for kind of honoring the students' work there with those groups. And then, of course, investing in diverse programs, an array assortment all over the Eastern Panhandle here. And you saw one of those partner agencies with Black Cat, but they are actually going to be joining 34 other partners for this coming cycle. So the dollars we raised last year are being invested into 47 programs at 35 different agencies. And you can kind of see the list there on your slide, but it's pretty extensive list, and we're so excited to be able to see what we can do this coming year together with our partners. And then you might have heard a little bit last fall that we tried something new and called the Unity Campaign, which was at the invitation of our neighbor over in Frederick, United Way Frederick County. And they invited us to replicate that Unity Campaign, which is really designed to strengthen and empower our nonprofit community in their own fundraising. So we've secured and provided the funding for the administrative infrastructure, the marketing, and those efforts. And then we were able to secure $100,000 in matching funds to help them raise money. So we are very pleased to report out today that first effort resulted in $278,000 raised, and went back out into the community rather quickly, so that those dollars are already at work in the community. And we have a special presentation here to show you what that meant to one of those agencies. So Ms. Kay Barkwell with Horses with Hearts actually raised the most money in our Unity campaign. And she has shared a little message for us this morning so that you can see what that actually meant over at Horses with Hearts.
Hi, I'm Kay, the Executive Director with Horses with Hearts, and I just want to welcome you to the Horses with Hearts complex. Down here you'll see our biggest asset to our program is these horses, and every one of them has a part to play in what we do. But each year, one of our biggest difficulties has been maintaining them through the winter. They eat about 100 round bales a year, and over the last 4 years that we've been here, that's been one of our biggest struggles. Not only we produce our own hay, but being able to store it. We've really struggled with that over the years. And last year we had to make a commitment to build a hay storage. And through the Unity campaign with the United Way, we were able to raise $50,000. And that was because of many of you. And I just want to show you the building. Right here is a 50 by 50 metal building. This year we made our hay just as free from this hay field out there and the field we just leased. And this is what has blessed us. And I want to share this with you as we walk up here. We can get along. Because of this building and the hay that it contains, this is the first year that we won't have to hold our breath and pray that we find enough hay to feed our team throughout the winter of 2020 and 21. So we want to thank you on behalf of those horses in the United Way of the Eastern Panhandle for the gift you gave by donating to the Unity campaign of 2019. Thanks and God bless.
Thank you so much, Kay. And you can certainly feel that excitement from Kay and what she was able to accomplish. And there's that final picture there of the hay storage building. And we know that it's so important to her because that's been on her wish list for Day of Caring projects for a number of years. So we were thrilled that we were able to actually help her successfully achieve that goal with our Unity campaign. And we're very excited to be able to continue that effort. We are going to probably postpone that, but when we'll talk about that here in a little while. But and that's just one example. Many of our nonprofits that participated were really able to be able to raise some additional dollars through that, and we're just very, very excited about that process. And then something else that you may have heard a little bit about is that we are also able to secure a grant for $120,000 for a concept that we've been developing for a little while called the Mobile Learning Labs. And we are so excited. I think I saw Donna Van Meter hop on the call, and certainly want to give a huge shout out to James Rumsey Technical Institute, because they are turning our vision into reality with this. So many thanks to our anonymous donor that provided the funds, and then she is taking the dollars and the vision and actually committed their entire school to completing this for us. And so we did have a little hiccup this year. We were actually hoping to showcase a bus maybe at our annual celebration, to be able to show you what this is going to mean to our community. But that's going to be something for in the future. So since we had that little hiccup there with a little something called the pandemic, we had that delayed, and then we will get back on track hopefully when school resumes and we get the students back on the project. But I think you're going to be amazed at what they are going to be able to do with that $120,000. And they're working right now on the first lab, the first bus from Jefferson County Schools. So they're turning this into a vehicle that will actually be going back into the communities that are served there by Jefferson County Schools. And there's going to be all sorts of neat things that they're going to be able to do with children and families from that mobile learning lab. So don't want to spoil it too much. We're going to reveal this hopefully later this year, but did want to share with you that that is a pretty large investment that we're going to be able to make. And what we're hoping to do is across the 3 counties, so that there will be a mobile learning lab for both Berkeley and Morgan County, as well as Jefferson County. And then we also, you can kind of run down through this next slide, a couple of the other things we have not discussed yet. Following the mobile learning lab here, you'll see the COVID-19 recovery fund. So we did establish that fund in response to the pandemic, and you can see the dollar amount there, raised over $336,000. That money is being put back into the community in 2 ways. So we received a large chunk of that specifically for the purpose of helping individuals through our partnership with 211 and the RRC. So that chunk of money is being used to help individuals who are facing emergencies because of COVID. And then the other chunk of funds there is to help our nonprofits who are responding to the pandemic needs and who are affected by the pandemic themselves. And so we have invested in about 20 nonprofits so far with that funding, and we plan to just deplete that resource as it is needed. So that resource actually also is being passed along. All those dollars are passed along without any administrative fees associated with that. And that was kind of a great benefit to be able to also do with the Unity campaign by raising the administrative dollars. 100% of all of the funds that those agencies raised were able to go back into their nonprofits. So we were very pleased to be able to do that this year. And then just also want to mention that we have been able to have tremendous in-kind support from our community. And this is probably a very low figure. These are just some of the larger sums that we added up there, but a minimum of $50,000 of in-kind support this year. So many thanks for that. And then had tremendous generosity that displayed there with some bequests this year. And those dollars are also going to be benefiting our community here in the years to come for some specific programs. And we'll share more of those details hopefully here in the next few months. But what does all of this mean, all these various pots of money? It actually means a community investment of over $1.5 million this year. So if we could just like do a big round of applause, you can do the little applause buttons there. That is should be patting yourself on the back, because you'll help us to achieve that. And that's what today is about, is celebrating the fact that we can invest back into our community at that level. So thank you so very much for being able to do that. And Becky, that only happens because you were able to lead a campaign this year that achieved, a remarkable goal there. And Becky Linton was our campaign chair, so we're so grateful that she led us to that level. And that's what we want to make sure that we stress here today. Is this thank you, and that it only happens because of partners like you. And whether you're donating $1 or $1,000 or planning an event or whatever it is, it all makes such a huge difference, because together, when we put all of those resources together, every single penny helps us make a difference back out into the community. And our workplaces are at the core of that. They always have been, and they really come together for us every fall when we do a campaign. And they get creative, and they have fun with it, which is wonderful, because we want it to be a fun experience. And so we have Vicki and Foster over at Farmers Mechanics, and they're doing chili cook-offs and I think a turkey luncheon this year. And of course, at P&G, they're raffling off parking spaces and doing a fall fun day and all sorts of things, which really are wonderful. And we love to hear about all of those neat things that everyone's doing in the community. So I'm going to just actually stop our share for just a second, and just wanted to say, like, if you are in a workplace and you've run a campaign or anything like that, we want to make sure to give you a little recognition here. So just wave your hand if you've done a workplace campaign or anything like that, and we want to make sure you use that applause button there to give them a big round of applause here. Or I've seen in one Zoom call, I guess they're doing the little jazz hands, whatever, for applause. So we want to make sure to just say thank you, because it really means a lot to us. And then at this point in time, I'd like to actually introduce Jen Williams, and I think I can find Jen somewhere on my screen here. But Jen, if you want to unmute, and we're going to have Jen actually share with us a little bit about one of our first awards called our Rising Star Award. So Jen, I'm going to turn it over to you and then put us back on the slideshow here for you.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. So for the Rising Star Award, each year we recognize a select group of corporations and businesses who went the extra mile to see that their employee workplace campaigns achieved at least a 5% increase in pledges over the previous year. That select group we call Rising Stars. This year we are pleased to report that we had 18 recipients. The first one is Adams Law Firm, Berkeley County Schools, City National Bank, Decker and Company, Exelon Corporation, First United Bank and Trust, Good Shepherd Interfaith Volunteer Caregivers, Hospice of the Panhandle, IBM Employee Services Center, Martin's Food Market, Panhandle Builders and Excavators, Potomac Edison, Procter & Gamble, Roach Energy Rocks Convenience Stores, Shenandoah Valley Medical Center, UPS in the surrounding areas, West Virginia Breeders Classic, and WVU Medicine.
Wonderful. And then our next slide is going to actually take us into the Spirit of Giving Award. So Jen, you want to share about that too?
Sure can. The Spirit of Giving, in addition to our Rising Stars, we want to recognize 3 businesses this year with our Spirit of Giving Award. This recognition is for efforts and contributions that exemplify the spirit of philanthropy, sometimes with new efforts and sometimes with combined dedication and generosity. This year, we have chosen to recognize 3 businesses that have shared extensive in-kind offerings to the United Way. Gifts that provided leverage, public relations, and continuity. This year's Spirit of Giving Award is presented to the Journal and WVU Radio Corporation for their tremendous support of our Unity campaign and their partnership throughout the year, and to United Bank for their continued generosity of our office space. Congratulations and many more thanks for your support. And now do I need to say anything else?
Oh, that's okay. I'm sorry. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And we are thrilled to have their support. We really can't thank them enough for what they do for us throughout the year. So We will be able to actually present them with special plaques for our Spirit of Giving Award and certificates for our Rising Stars, and we'll get those to everybody here in the very, very near future. So, and at this point in time, we will introduce Becky, and I should say Jen Williams is our new campaign chair, if I failed to mention that. So you'll be hearing from Jen here in the weeks to come. And Becky Linton was our previous campaign chair, who is now our board chair. And she is going to share a little bit more about our campaign achievements. So Becky, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Good morning, everyone. It's so wonderful to be here today. I'm actually at the United Way office, and I've worked with United Way over the last, I don't know how many years. I told them this morning, but it's my privilege and honor to be associated with such a great community, as well as the passionate people that work here at the United Way office. So it's my honor and privilege to introduce the Campaign Volunteer of the Year. So sometimes things happen by accident, and you never know how it changes your life or fate. So one evening I was meeting friends at a local restaurant, and I ran to this gentleman, and we started talking about United Way. So he was waiting for people, I was waiting for people. So we both are talkers, so we started talking, and his vision for the company where he worked was amazing, and he told me he had ideas, and he really wanted to increase the participation of his company this year. So Mike McGinnis, you are a Campaign of the Year with Potomac Edison First Energy. He invited Stacy Roan and myself out to the sites. It was an amazing, amazing opportunity to meet the people of the Potomac Edison crew. We depended on them heavily every day. Not only are they generous volunteers or generous givers to United Way, but they are the ones that keep us in our energy and electric. When the lights go out, we know that they're out there during storms helping us. So Mike McGinnis, I am so proud and honored to have met you and work with you. And I want to share the Campaign Volunteer of the Year award to Michael McGinnis. Michael, are you there? I think I saw you pop up. So we would like you to have a few comments if you'd like.
I think I saw him, but he might just have to unmute if he's here and wants to say anything.
Can you all see the award?
Thank you, Becky. I've never Zoomed before, so I hope you guys can hear me, but thank you very much. And I remember our meeting and conversation. We should do that again sometime.
We're excited, Mike, for you and what your ideas are for the next year. Your crew is amazing. It was such a heartwarming day for me going with your crew, and your energy and the team's energy where you work. We are so grateful, and congratulations on this award because you so deserve it. Your enthusiasm is contagious.
Thank you, Becky.
All right, and before I put us back on our slideshow here, I also want to share, I'm not sure if Becky mentioned, but that increase that he was able to accomplish this past year was 234%. That he actually took that Potomac Edison campaign to an astonishing level. So when I actually received the notification, I had to read it about 5 times because I'm like, what? My reading was right. So Mike, thank you so very much. We really appreciate all of your support this year. All right, so I'm gonna actually take us back to our slideshow, Becky, and then let you continue with our top 3 accounts.
Okay. As I said when I started the campaign, it's group effort. It's not, everyone can't write a big check, but just think of our community in the Panhandle and all the businesses and all of the great companies that work here. So it's my honor to share and to announce the top 3 winners, top 3 accounts for this year. The bronze award this year goes to Orgill. They raised $22,010. You've been an incredible partner for many years. You've been in the area for many years. You've been consistent. You allow the United Way team to come in and do presentations to your employees, and your employees are so generous. And so we can't thank you enough to Orgill and all the employees and management for your contributions to our community. I don't know if there's anyone here from Orgill. Penny, do you know, or do we have anybody sign up?
I don't believe so. if you are, just make sure to hit that chat box and we'll go back there. But I think they might have had some conflicts there.
Okay. All right, well, our next award is silver. And as we just talked about Mike McGinnis, so when you have the kind of leadership that Potomac Edison has and great employees, so this year, silver award goes to Potomac Edison First Energy with a campaign total of $74,552. So 234%, as Penny said, but that is amazing. They provide a generous corporate match as well, which is huge. We have such a great partnership with them. So Mike and your team, thank you from everyone, this community, and what you've done to help others in need. We thank you so very, very much. Okay, the Gold Award. This is the top award. And so when this company moved to the Eastern Panhandle, it not only provided wonderful jobs and wonderful benefits, and also wonderful products that they share with so many people. But Procter & Gamble has been a blessing in so many ways to this community. $171,142. Their employees are incredible. They have all kinds of events. They have a parking spot raffle. They do payroll deduction. I think they just come up with new things every year. And as they grow and as their employee base grow, the amounts go up and up. So leadership, the leadership there believes in this throughout the world where Procter & Gamble serves. They provide wonderful products to our country, as well as they give it so much back. I think Penny, they had turkeys they give out, and so Penny went and picked turkeys up to provide to people in need. It just goes on and on and on, the amount of love and giving that this company does. So hopefully we have some people, Steve and Jakar, congratulations. Would any of you all like to share your thoughts?
This is Steve. I just wanted to say thank you. It's been a pleasure to partner with you guys to really make a difference in the community. We look forward to doing the same or better this year. So thank you very much. Thank
you. It's been incredible partnership, and we're so happy you picked Berkeley County for your company. Okay, so with that, we have other leadership awards that again, it's about everyone donating at different levels, whatever your life brings you. Some people have been very blessed, and when you work and have good jobs and give back, that's what it's all about. It's about helping others in need, and that's what I think makes people feel good about themselves. And so we certainly do have a wonderful community, and top three companies are wonderful, as well as so many others, and it's all about everyone helping. We have several leadership donors that I'd like to recognize as a group. The Tocqueville Society is when they donate $10,000 or more, and the McMillan family has been so generous throughout the years. They have been consistent in that donation. Potomac Society has been around for a long time. When Jefferson and Berkeley merged, we named it Potomac Society, and that's giving at a level of $750 or more. Emerging young leaders are next leaders, because we all, as I go off into the sunset and retire, we need new leaders. We need new people coming up and about to keep our mission and our love for our community going. So those emerging young leaders donate $250 or more. Every single gift at every level is important, and it allows us to have our mission and United Way and to help others. And so it's just a wonderful time we have this morning. I miss everyone. I can't wait to see everyone again, and we will someday be able to hug again. And I thank you all, for everyone here, for a wonderful campaign as campaign chair. So now it is my honor and privilege to introduce Charlotte Norris. She has been unbelievably faithful to United Way. She's been a longtime chair of the Community Investment, and also a longtime secretary of United Way. So Charlotte, I think you have some things to say.
Thank you, Becky. I had to go back last night and do a little research. I couldn't remember exactly how long I had been at this, but I actually joined, at that time it was called the Thriving Children's Council under David Grove in 2008. So I've been involved in this process now for over 12 years, and it's been a real joy working with volunteers to make sure that the dollars that are raised are invested wisely and are meeting the greatest community needs. And so we have a very thorough process that's evolved over the years, but The goal is to align donors' dollars with those needs, and we are very excited about the work that is accomplished each year by our partner agencies. Please join me again in giving a round of applause to all those agencies, those that are with us and those that we know are out there in the trenches every day. In addition to recognizing our partner agencies today, I have the pleasure of introducing the recipient of the Marvin J. Urish Spirit Award. The Marvin J. Urish Spirit Award is presented to a United Way volunteer in recognition of consistent and outstanding work that makes a profound difference in the lives of Eastern Panhandle community members. This award is in memory of the tremendous legacy of Mr. Urish's impact within our community through United Way. Our Marvin J. Urish Spirit Award recipient has served as a volunteer on our grant review team, and I went back and looked, and it's been 6 years. He thoroughly reviews numerous grant applications each year, asks the tough questions that need to be asked, and shares his time year after year in this process. He's also one of the first volunteers who registers for the Day of Caring, and he organizes a team that tackles a project each year at one of our beautiful parks. And as a city councilman, he calls United Way for resources to assist individuals in need, as he values the partnerships and programs he has helped to develop as a supporter of United Way. Our Marvin J. Urish Spirit Awardee is Ken Collison. And so I couldn't see if Ken had called in, but I just wanted to personally thank him for the commitment. And he's always been there whenever I've asked to support United Way and to support our community.
Thank you, Charlotte. I don't think Ken was able to get on today. I think the life of a busy councilman, but we're going to make sure that he gets his plaque and award and share all those wonderful things that you said about him, so he knows how special he is to us.
Great. So if you see Ken Collison, give him a pat on the back.
And then I'd like to ask our next speaker, Lynn Goodwin, who is our immediate past board chair, to share our final award this morning. Lynn was board chair during our 2019-2020 cycle, and she's also the recipient of last year's Lieutenant General William John Van Ryzen Award from United Way of the Eastern Panhandle. So Lynn, I'm gonna turn it over to you. And I guess we just need to make sure, if you're muted, we just need you to unmute.
There, is that better?
That's better, okay.
Sorry about that. Thank you, Penny. It's my pleasure this morning to present the Lieutenant General William John Van Ryzen Award. It's in memory of General Van Ryzen's unassuming and tireless leadership in establishing and growing the United Way organization here in Jefferson County. With this award, we honor outstanding achievement in maintaining and developing the organizational effectiveness and capacity of our United Way of the Eastern Panhandle. Our Van Ryzen Award recipient this year has served as a volunteer in many facets of United Way operations. He has served as a campaign committee chairperson. He's been a board member and overall dedicated volunteer. He answered the call to serve on our board almost as soon as he arrived in our community, and he coordinated various efforts between United Way and a new business that was opening. He led one of our community conversations this past year, and most recently, he was instrumental in helping us start our COVID-19 recovery fund. And while we are very sad to see him leave our area, he made sure to line up another outstanding colleague to replace him on our board. Our Van Ryzen Award is presented to Keith Busby this year for all his work in developing the strong support and partnership between the United Way of the Eastern Panhandle and Procter & Gamble Tabler Station. And Keith could not make the call today, but we'll send him this recording and plaque. And I also want to thank him for urging us as board members to be better board members. He was a strong advocate for that. And we look forward to honoring his efforts with us by continuing the great partnership with Procter & Gamble. And can I just go ahead and proceed, Penny?
Absolutely. Just keep
Okay.
on.
Okay. And for one of my final duties as former board chair, I'd like to thank our outgoing board members for their service to United Way. They are Charlotte Cody, Andrew McMillian, James Boyd, and Keith Busby. We're going to miss your official presence on our board, but we know you're still part of the United Way family, and we'll look forward to staying in touch with you. I just want to thank you for your dedication and service. And now I'd like to officially pass the gavel to our new board chair, Becky Linton, and I'll introduce our full slate of officers for this year. Becky will be joined by Jen Williams as our new campaign chair, and Dawn Jaco as vice chair. Charlene Norris will continue serving as secretary, and Jonathan Agee as treasurer. I extend many thanks to all of them, and I know with their dedication and leadership that this year will be a great one for our community.
Thank you so much, Lynn. It's been such a privilege working with you. As I said, not only do you volunteer and get to do nice things and help the community, but you make friends and you learn about other people's lives. And so it's opportunities to learn and meet people that you may not have otherwise had. Lynn, you've been a great leader. We appreciate all you've done for us. You devoted your time, wisdom, and passion to the organization. And I'm so glad that you'll continue to help us as we go to the next year. This is going to be, we have a lot of changes with the current conditions. So I know that your leadership will still be with us, and you will not leave us, because no one ever gets to leave United Way, do they, Penny? So,
Right.
Anyway, so I have a small token of appreciation. I wish I could be there and give it to you in person, but I think, can you see this? Your little
yes.
award? Okay. So you can have this for your wall. I see you have your pictures in the back of your room, so you have another plaque. So
thank you very much.
You've certainly been a great asset to United Way, and we appreciate you so very much. As we transition into a new year, I always speak from the heart, and I'm going to say that I've started this process with United Way many years ago. When I first moved up my way up through banking, I started volunteering. And so I think we've changed and evolved how things have been done through the years and how giving and how we help our community members. But one thing is consistent in Eastern Panhandle, and one thing will never change, and that is the love and the care of this community. I've met so many people with such big hearts, even people that, may not, you wouldn't think have the money to donate small amounts of money to help others. And that's what makes this community so wonderful. So as we look around the world in our country and all of the things that are going on, this pandemic has caused great need. And there's many people that lost their jobs that may have contributed last year. I said, as a board, we're going to strategically look at how to do things differently. But one thing that will never be different in Eastern Panhandle is the wonderful people that live here. The love and the caring of the folks are just amazing. And I think we have a lot of new ideas for next year. And I know Penny wants to share some of those. So I thank you for your trust in me. And I hope that we can take us to the next level. We have a great group of officers. We have a great board of directors. And the team here at United Way is second to none. We have very good people. And it's not just about your job. They have the passion. And Penny and Heather and Kathy and Linda, it's a passion for what they do. So that is who leads us, and the board with the community will take us to the level we need to and help others in need. So thank you all for this opportunity. And Penny, please share some of the new things for this coming year.
Okay, absolutely. I'd be happy to. Well, as Becky mentioned, we want to make sure that we're sensitive to the situations that we're in. So we do think that certainly the relevancy for United Way has never been stronger because the needs have never been more, I think, evident for the majority of the people. So the demographics of those who are in need right now has shifted. It's grown. It's more diverse. It's individuals, across the Panhandle that may have been in a very different situation last year, and they find themselves in something totally different this year. So we're going to try to be extremely sensitive to that. So we also know that as we work through this thing called the pandemic, and what that means, that you may not be comfortable inviting us into your place of employment as you were in the past. And so we're going to be sensitive to that. So what we've tried to develop kind of moving forward, in this look ahead, is something called Campaign in a Box. But it's really almost more like community in a box, if you will, because what we're going to try to do is all of your campaign resources will be packaged together. And we will be flexible. There may be ways that we can actually have some more personalized messages to your employees if you want us to do a presentation, or whether it's Zoom or anything like that, or video. But also in your box, so included in there are also going to be some resources for employees at your place of business. So just to make sure, or your clients that you're serving, or anyone else. So we want to make sure about 211 and what people need to do to get in touch with our regional resource connection. And then also we offer family-wise prescription discount cards that are free, and we will include some of those, so you can order as many as you want of those to provide to your individuals that are in your sphere, kind of the thing. So we want to make sure you see this Campaign in a Box is more than just a request for assistance, although that is included there. We are starting a campaign, but it's also about reassuring that we're here to support anyone that is in need and to be able to help. And if we can link you to the right resources, that's what we want to be able to do. So we're very excited about this. We're going to have our boxes ready for an official launch by the middle of September. They might even be ready a little bit earlier than that, but if you have an earlier campaign, just let us know, and we'll see what we can do. But there'll be also some fun things in there. So for you as a workplace coordinator, you can look through there and order some more things from the samples in there. So we want to have some little goodies there to celebrate you supporting United Way. So there'll be a Live United t-shirt in there for our workplace coordinator. But if you have a larger team, get us the sizes. We'll get t-shirts out there to them. And there'll be some fundraising ideas and different things that we're just trying to make it a little bit unique this year as we move forward. So feel free to get in touch. Let us know if you want to get on our list for Campaign in a Box. Any of our past workplaces will automatically have you on that list, but we want to grow our campaign. And so if you know of a new business that you'd like to share this opportunity with, please make sure to let us know and give us a contact, and we'll deliver that box to them, and make sure to share a little bit more about the benefits of partnering with the United Way of the Eastern Panhandle. And then we've started to get several questions about Day of Caring and what that's going to be like for 2020. So honestly, we're not sure even now. And we know that it's kind of getting very close, but we're hoping to be able to announce a few things here at the end of this week, early next week. We do know it will look very different. So we're going to try to do something to honor the spirit of Day of Caring. This will be our 26th year, but it may include some virtual opportunities and definitely smaller scale. We know our agencies are not going to be in a position to host a lot of people, if at all, and some may be able to do smaller projects outside and that sort of thing. So we'll try to do what we can and connect those who have expressed an interest in having some teams volunteer, and see what we can do in the middle of September. We are looking at the date of September 15th for that, if we're able to pull that off. And it might even be the week. It might be a week of caring this year in order to incorporate some of those virtual opportunities. But if you have ideas for that, feel free to let us know. We're collecting those ideas, and I'm going to plan for something there that would promote our safety and health and social distancing and all of those things. And then we do want to announce that in that campaign box I mentioned, there will be information about our Give and Win. This is exciting. This is something that really is well received within our workplaces. We borrowed the concept idea from another United Way, but it is our sweepstakes, a little incentive prize, especially beneficial to our smaller workplaces that may not be able to offer incentives for employee giving. So we have sponsors that sponsor some great prizes. And so we're going to be launching that as well with our campaign. So that's always fun and exciting. So many, many thanks to all of our sponsors for those prizes this year. Got some great things that will be given away. And then, of course, Giving Tuesday, I mentioned that earlier, but we are going to expand it even more this year. It falls on December the 1st. It's always the Tuesday after Thanksgiving. Several of our nonprofits participate in Giving Tuesday, so I would ask that you just kind of be on the lookout for ways that you could support our nonprofit community. It is a day kind of set aside to focus on philanthropy right before or right during that holiday season, kind of the start of an end of year appeal. And last year we started kind of dipped our toes in the water, so to speak, with an online auction. And of course, this year is the perfect opportunity for expanding that as a fundraiser. So we are going to be doing an expanded online auction for Giving Tuesday, the whole week of Giving Tuesday. And we are collecting items for that auction right now. So if you'd like to contribute, would gladly accept anything that you'd like us to feature for that auction. And we're gonna give some sneak peeks there in the weeks and months to come of some of those items that we're collecting to be able to offer, and really looking forward to expanding that. And then, of course, we also want to share. We'll continue some things that we've been doing, and they just might look different, like our community conversations. We'll be going virtual for the first couple, at least, maybe the whole series this year. But we're excited. We'll be announcing some of those here in the next couple of weeks and what that's going to look like. We have postponed our Unity campaign until the spring of 2021 in order to give us some more time as we deal with the pandemic and that sort of thing. So we are committing to the spring for that, and we'll share more in the months to come. And then I think I saw some of our committee members on the screen here for a Little Black Dress event. We were so sad that we had to postpone this year, and moving it, just pretty much canceled it for the 2020 year. We'll be having our 4th annual in spring of 2021. So I know I saw Deborah Hammond on here. I expected her to wear her little black dress here to our meeting. I'm not sure if she has it on or not, but a longtime supporter of our event and committee member. And we want to thank all of the individuals who are on that committee as well. That's kind of the fun fundraiser, if you will, that gets us going in the spring, and we'll look forward to planning that as well, and making that even bigger and better since we have had 2 years in between our events there. And so then the next thing I wanted to just say, this is our thank you gift, if you will, that we wanted to announce. So for all of our partner agencies and our workplaces, we wanted to be able to give you something back as a way to say thank you. And so we had planned to do this as an in-person event, and we're still holding out hope that in the coming months we can do the second session of it in person, but both sessions might have to be virtual, but the first one is definitely virtual. It's going to take place at the end of this month. But our gift to you are workshops designed to address the stress. So we understand that this year has been so stressful in a number of ways, and we have contracted with an incredible presenter named David Ray with Ethos Leadership. And he is going to actually be doing a workshop just for our partner agencies, and then one open to our workplaces. And they will be open. You'll receive a special invitation for that. But we hope you share that with your workplaces and your agencies there, so anyone can participate. We will have some registration links and so forth. But this is really to just say we're in this together. We're here with you and for you, and you know, we want to take this journey with you through all of the good times and the bad times, and we all need to be able to address that stress so that we can function at our best and at our peak. So we will share more about that, but that is our gift to you for our annual celebration today. And then lastly, I want to leave you with our final presentation. It's a very special one that we actually had planned to present in person at our annual celebration. We had been in touch with one of our partner agencies back in the winter months, actually, and we were trying to get things squared away with a teacher. And she made a suggestion of a young man who won a poetry contest at Wildwood Middle School. And we thought it was a great fit. Wildwood was one of our partner agencies the last couple of years. They've received a grant to do some great work there at the school. And she suggested this young man's work. And when I read it, it brought tears to my eyes. It just seemed like this perfect fit for what we were trying to do at United Way. And I want you to keep in mind that this young man wrote this earlier this year in the January timeframe for the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Poetry Contest. And of course, with all the delays with our events and so forth, we just recently got back in touch to see, could we possibly get in touch with the family and the young man to see if we could still honor his writings with us today. So just want to let you know, we'll feature this in its entirety in our newsletter later this month. But today you get a special treat because you get to hear Mr. Zion Johnson formerly from Wildwood Middle School. He's going to be a rising 9th grader and then heading off to high school. But he provided us with a video this morning, and we're so excited to be able to share this with you today because this is why we do what we do. Why do we raise dollars to improve our community? Why are we doing any of the work that we're doing as a community? And so I think if you listen to his words, you can find the answers of why we come together to work. So, Mr. Johnson.
Hi, my name is Zion Johnson. I'm an up-and-coming 9th grader, and today I'll be reading my poem. I have a dream where life is not as bad and people's faces aren't as sad. I have a dream where we heal the hurt and look at life for what it's worth. I have a dream where every child has a toy and everybody's heart is full of joy. I have a dream where there's no violence and we help those that scream in silence. I have a dream where people don't worry about clout and instead help each other out. I have a dream where there's a smile on everyone's face and the earth becomes a better place. I have a dream where racism is no longer and hearts rid of long-lasting anger. I have a dream where justice of all people will be no longer and we will all truly be treated equally. I have a dream where we as a country can finally come together and end this rainy weather. I have a dream where equality is truly achieved and peace and harmony will be received. I have a dream where we reach Dr. King's promised land and together we will stand. I have a dream where failure is not an option, but the thought of it is only a disruption. I have a dream where goals are not only set, but they are met. I have a dream where struggling is not a sign of weakness, but instead is a foreshadow of up-and-coming perseverance. I have a dream where motivation is key and success is up-and-coming for me. I have a dream where success is not limited and new fields of work can be inhibited. I have a dream where success is not only obtainable, but it is also sustainable. I have a dream where success can not only be reached, but the path to it can be taught and preached. I have a dream where success is gained by trial and error, and no one will be deterred by a small terror.
So we want to thank Zion today, and I believe, if I stop this here, that he is on the call with us. So Zion and his family, if you're on here and want to unmute, and if you have a few words you want to share, you are welcome to do so, even though I'm putting you kind of on the spot. So, and I'm...
Hi, this is Zion's mom. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, well, thank you, Penny. We just wanted to thank you for the opportunity to have Zion's work shared on the conference call today. So we appreciate you reaching out to me because I know we were going back and forth and trying to make this happy. And Ms. Went as well over at Wildwood Middle School. We were excited to know that you guys wanted to share it, and we're looking forward to it being shared in the in the newsletter as well. So thank you for having us.
Oh, thank you. We were thrilled and just really impressed with his writing ability. And we have a small gift for you in honor of your award. So I will make sure that we get that to you to congratulate you on that achievement. And we look forward to staying in touch and learning all about the great things that I know are going to happen in your high school years and beyond. So thank you so much. And we do want to encourage you to everyone to look at our newsletter so you can see that poem in its entirety there in our newsletter later this month. And again, we want to thank everyone for living united and celebrating with us today. We do want to just open it up just in case anyone has thoughts, concerns, questions, anything like that. Since we're not able to gather together and have that interaction, wanted to just see if anyone wants to share anything with us this morning. And just feel free to unmute.
Penny, it's Michael Walton with the Community Foundation. I just wanted to thank you for all that you and your team have done over the last 6 months during the pandemic. It's been great working with you, and we certainly do appreciate all of the effort that you have put in front and behind the scenes to help the nonprofits in the community. So many thanks to you and to all of your board members and your team members.
Thank you, Michael. And it's been a joy working with you at the foundation, your team, and being able to do what we can to help out all the community. So you do great things.
I would also like to say I'm coming into a challenging year for the campaign committee. So if anybody has any creative ideas on how we can help with to generate the funds for the community, to reach out to me. And if you'd like to be on the committee, just let Penny and Heather know, and whenever we can meet. So I'm not sure what we're going to be able to do as far as event wise, so we'll see what we come up with.
Absolutely. The more creative ideas, the better, I think, at this point. So yeah.
I definitely appreciated working with the Unity campaign last year. I think we showcased to our community how much all of us agencies here do work together. I mean, you know, I know on the radio spots, we were all talking about each other and supporting it and giving kudos to the work that other agencies do. So, you know, the Unity campaign, we're still using those dollars here at Catholic Charities to help with transportation. So, you know, it is, the benefits of that have continued beyond where we thought we would be with those funds. So, you know, trying to keep that kind of campaign going, I'd very much support it.
Thank you, Kat. And we are certainly going to do our best to be able to replicate that again. So we're going to keep working and try to find those administrative dollars and the matching dollars and hopefully get that secured by spring. But and if anyone is interested in that, you know, certainly you can sponsor, you know, we can look for those sponsors for that particular campaign, because it is a wonderful way. It really is a way to empower the work that you're able to do, because not all nonprofits can afford, you know, full page ads in the journal, or they can't afford all the radio spots. Or so by leveraging it and working together, we're able to really stretch the donors' dollars. So I'm so glad to hear you're still able to use those resources. So thank you. Anybody else?
I'll just jump in since we've got you know, a full audience here, and I'll keep it brief, but great time to say hi to everyone. I'm with Eric Anderson with the Red Cross of now the Greater Shenandoah Valley. So those who knew Jason Keeling before, he just moved a few counties over, but the Red Cross is doing like a geographical realignment. So I'm really looking forward to getting to know everybody, and just want to say thank you for all the work that you all do in the community. I've had the pleasure of working with the United Way of Frederick County and United Way of Washington County and County United Way. So now I get to make some new friends, and hopefully beyond just virtually soon. So thank you.
Wonderful. Well, welcome, Eric. It's nice to see you face to face, and we look forward. We love working with Jason. We look forward to working with you in the year ahead. So, yeah. Anybody else? I didn't want to miss anyone.
Hey, Penny, I just want to say thank you so much from Telemon. We really appreciate the partnership and being able to serve the community together.
Oh, thank you, Jenny, and congratulations on your new position there at Telamon. Doing amazing things and been very, very busy this year. So I know all the great work that you're doing. We appreciate it as well. So
Thank you.
all right, anyone else? I know Becky and I were lamenting the fact we don't get to see people and stuff, but I will have to close this out by just saying this is, I was a little nervous about doing, the Zoom call, and of course, but growing up, I loved, my little rerun sitcoms, and of course, Brady Bunch was one of my favorites. So you hear it referenced a lot, but I just get to feel like I'm right there with the Brady Bunch this morning right now. So it's like having your own little sitcom here where I can be one of those daughters, So, but I just want to thank you for joining us today and working with us throughout the year. A reminder to our agencies, we do have an quarterly partner agency meeting coming up here on Friday morning for our agencies. And then for our workplaces, we will get some of those resources out to you very soon and be following up with some calls and that sort of thing. But we welcome any and all participation. So if you have an idea you want to run by us, feel free to give us a call, send us an email. If you want to serve on a committee, if you have a new lead for us, a new company, anything like that, please, just give us a shout out, let us know. We're excited. As Jim mentioned, it's going to be a challenging year. We know for all of our nonprofits, for our businesses, for everyone. We've already seen some of those challenges, but we're excited also because with every challenge, I like to say there's also an opportunity. So we want to embrace those opportunities to try some new things, do things a little differently, and see what we get. And we might get, different results, but who knows? We might discover something really great along the way. So. Thank you so much. And one last call, anything? No? All right. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. And we look forward to many partnerships moving forward this year. So I hope everyone has a great day, great week, and we'll stay in touch soon.